Oh, yeah, baby. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, it's a Sharky here. Clark the Shark. And I don't even know where to begin here, baby. I'm about to review an album uh, that kind of went unnoticed or something, but not by Clark the Shark. No way. It's the Genuine Imitation Life Gazette by the Four Seasons, 1969. Right here from Clark the Shark, just 5'6". I'm short, much like Frankie Valli, you guys. Not confident like he is, no way. It's the school of hard shark for me. Maybe for Frankie too, but he covered it all up, baby, by being in the Four Seasons a great singer. Now, I have tried really hard, Clark the Shark, with my music, GE, The Greenhouse Effect, and many of you are impressed, but I will never get the cred or the accolades of one Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons, you guys. One of my favorite bands. They are. I've even ripped off some of their songs. And in Greenhouse Effect songs, when you hear me screaming or singing high, it's not because of Robert Plant or any heavy metal stuff, you guys. It's mainly because of Frankie Valli. When I was a little kid in Torrance, Redondo Beach, it is legend, you guys. I would listen to a lot of Four Seasons. I had to because they were a mega talented band. Probably the most talent in any band, really, other than like progressive, Yes, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and Genesis, and all that shit. For just four guys, doo-wop out of Jersey, Jersey boys. See the Clint Eastwood movie, you guys. It ain't bad. I don't really like the band or group, whoever that is, that it just doesn't sound enough like the Four Seasons. For me, Clark the Shark. And God's like, come on, Sharky, you... I made the Four Seasons. And I'm like, well, God, you coded grasshoppers and giraffes and lizards, and I could give me some coding. I could do it too, but I don't think I could code singing 4-part harmonies, playing all the instruments like Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. I just like to call them the Four Seasons, not Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, you guys. I can't, and I don't like too much Frankie solo. I am a purist, and I wish to God we could turn back the clock and it was only Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, but just calling it the Four Seasons, no Frankie Valli. Now let's frame the situation, you guys. 1962, of course, Big Girls Don't Cry, Sherry. And then later on, they get more sophisticated with Ronnie and Dawn and, Save It For Me and all that. And then, of course, let's hang on to What Shark Has. Don't Let It Go, Girl. We got a lot. 65, they get really good with that track. And then 66, working my way back to You and Opus 17, I believe. Couple of great songs. Now we get to 1967, and there's some agents, lawyers, managers, publicists, and people all whispering in Frankie's ear, you got to go solo, man. Get away from the Four Seasons, or maybe keep it going and just have a solo career on the side And this did not sit well, uh, you know, with the Four Seasons band camp. Uh, but Bob Gaudio decided, well, it's inevitable. If Frankie's going to go solo, I'm going to write him some songs. But what really sucked, you guys, is he signed like this special deal off to the side with Frankie where they had some publishing and money making operations that didn't go well with the other Four Seasons. And this band is very proud. They want to, as much as they can, they want to play the instruments and sing at the same time. They don't like a lot of people playing on their records, although we know with this type of classical doo-wop or whatever it is, this 50s, 60s shit they did, they kind of struggled to modernize and update their sound. But then, of course, on Save It For Me, a song that I love, they really go modern. I mean, that's like Telstar or something. That's just incredible. But in 1967, Frankie decides, I'm going to do a solo record. And I guess Tommy DeVito was not wild about that. And I don't know if Joe Long cared, but the other guy, Massey, he quit. Probably anticipating, Frankie's going to go solo and, then the band's going to fall apart and go into some rough years and rough patches, which they did, you guys. But in 1967, Too Good to Be True, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, probably should have been a Four Seasons song. It should have, you guys, and it would have kept things going for the band, but it wasn't. And a lot of us Four Seasons fans out here, we feel that was the turning moment where things changed and maybe took a turn for the bad or the worst or the worse or something. Because after that, the Four Seasons as we knew them, you guys, with Opus and Working My Way Back to You, Let's Hang On, and all those great hit singles, Dawn, they weren't the same, you guys, officially from 1967 forward. But then along comes this album out of nowhere. A lot of people say this sounds a bit like Frank Sinatra's album around the same time. Bob Gaudio went and worked with that with Frankie Valli. But I'm not going to go into the Sinatra thing, you guys. I want to talk about the Gazzette, as we call it, we, the Four Seasons fans. This album is very weird and strange. It's an incredible album, though. Every single song is like an awesome classic. And it's like progressive rock or something. I almost get like a Who Tommy vibe meets Sgt. Pepper, but then like mixed with, anything that's really wild in the late 60s. They really update and re-aim their sound, you guys, to stay or get current with the times. And they do more than that. And that being said, you guys, this sounds dated and very crude. For 1969, it almost sounds like a record from 1967 or 68. Like it's a little behind the times, and yet it's really awesome and incredible. And I remember hearing this as a child thinking, wow, what a phase they went through. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show. Now, of course, the very first song you guys hear is incredible. What a song and what lyrics, you guys. Oh, dude. American Crucifixion, Resurrection. It's a classical piece, 6 minutes long. It's about racism, and the lyrics are really incredible. And how this just isn't one of the greatest, biggest hits of all time times, plural, I don't know. What an incredible way to open an album with just all these, horns and woodwind. And, you hear the core of it is the Four Seasons, Gaudio playing his keyboards, and they're all singing. And, Frankie in the middle is just incredible when he's like, I'm a man now. So damn you. It's just so awesome, you guys. The American Crucifixion Resurrection. What a song. It's all about America and racism and slavery and sleep, white baby, sleep. It's just incredible. But you ain't heard nothing yet, you guys. Mrs. Stately's Garden could have been a hit single, all 315 of it. What a song. Incredible. And I can hear a little bit of like it's the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper sped up. And I hear that Black Sabbath, Never Say Die, borrows from the melody of this song. It does, you guys. There is no doubt they heard Mrs. Stately's Garden, which is a song about like these ladies eating saltines and drinking champagne and talking about a girl that I guess she killed herself or look what she's done. It's just incredible. There's no sympathy, you guys. Ain't it the truth in Mrs. Stately's Garden? What an awesome song. The first two songs are incredible. But then, you guys, don't ask me how, but this album keeps getting better and better with every track. Look Up, Look Over. Slow as it is and droning, it's awesome. I love it. 442. And Something's on Her Mind, no doubt about it, you guys. Like, who is it, UB40, or the song that's like, stop you messing around. Who is that, you guys? A ska. Hey, Rudy. No doubt it rips off this song. Something's on Her Mind. Check it out, you guys. It's like the same melody. And of course, Saturday's Father, incredible. Probably the best song on the album, 314. Shoulda, coulda, been a big hit. Wall Street, Village Day, maybe. Hold on, you guys. This could be the best song on the album. I love it. Progressive rock. And it is, you guys. Genuine Imitation Life. That's awesome. And of course, Idaho, 302. There is not a bad song on this album, you guys. The best Four Seasons album. It is. I promise you. I want you to buy this. And you tell them that Clark the Shark told you. Come on, you guys. I'm the greatest talk radio show host ever. Out of Torrance, Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach, Palos Verdes, the South Bay, Los Angeles County. I'm probably the only musician from there that loves the Four Seasons more than anybody, or knows about them, knows every album. And weirdly, this is my favorite album by them, you guys. But then after this, in the 70s, of course, as we know, they get maybe not better, but interesting, with a bunch of albums and songs that are great. Now, of course, the sad thing about the band is Tommy DeVito quits, at this album. He's mad, because there's an obvious lack of guitar here. But they weren't going for that. They were going for a classical piece with a statement about America, It's the Genuine Imitation Life Gazzette, you guys. And it is. It's telling you about America. Great lyrics, incredible stuff from Gaudio. I know the Frank Sinatra album, too, is related to the story, of this. But this is better or something. It is. It's one of the all-time greatest albums ever recorded. Is it really, though? It is, you guys. This is awesome. And a little side note, John Lennon really loved this album, and he told Frankie Valli and Gaudio that. And you guys have got to listen to this album, especially the lyrics and everything about it It is incredible, you guys. But mainly you heard it from me, yours truly, Clark the Shark, from the golden EIB sharkraphone right here on the Clark the Shark Show. It's a sharkraphone, you guys. It's not a microphone. It's a sharkraphone because I am shark-troversial, not controversial, you guys. I'm shark-troversial. Right here on, I guess it's March 4 or 5, 2025. I'm not even sure. But all I know is I want you to buy this album tonight at Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, everywhere they sell great music. You buy the Four Seasons, the Genuine Imitation Life Gazzette, with this newspaper of a cover. It looks like thick as a brick by Jethro Tull or something. I've seen many albums do this back in the day. But it's incredible, you guys. It's totally different from that. Make sure you get this.